Yo, 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 this your boy Shaman Truth, just bringing you guys another video. This video is about Seit, the hero. The ultimate hero. You know, the ultimate hero. Loved by most in high places. Places that we're not comprehending of. Places that we don't have access to as of yet. Because we don't know nothing about them until you gain a perception to access them. But different places of power. He been involved past this shit. But feared by the ones who run off of fear, illusions, and bullshit. He's feared by the ones that can Seit can rise through and see through. That's the ones that speak down on him. If you really look at what represents Seit, it's not what they say. That's the biblical terms that they commercialize. That is an adversary. They took that piece from the ancient text that Seit gained power from the opposition. Seit fed off his enemies. That's what the fuck that meant. Seit learned how to get power from his enemies. He learned how to be a vampire for his ops. He learned how to take their energy. Confirmation with these cicadas going on. You hear the different tones when I'm speaking to them? Yeah, bro. That's Seit. And they're connected to Saturn. So that tells you Seit is on Saturn. Confirmation with that going on. Yeah, Seit on Saturn. Seit runs Saturn. But confirmation with them giving that new tone. The nature is letting you know I'm on my shit. But the Great Mother is behind Saturn, but Seit run it. Cause Seit always connected to the Great Mother, but don't get it twisted. He wouldn't be that high ranking, bro, going up if he wasn't. But they try to push that energy down. They try to push the primal forces down, bro. So you don't tap in and realize, there's some shit above this shit. You just got to tap in and then you start bringing it out on the realm. They don't want you to figure that out. Confirmation with the butterfly coming in real close. They don't want you figuring that out. They don't want you to transform. They don't want you to be like the butterfly, bro. They want you to be caged in and be stuck in a caterpillar stage so they can squish you. But when you're that butterfly, you're going to fly free. They don't want you to fly free, but once you fly free, you're gone, man, because them primal forces will trump any fucking thing. That's the thing people slept on back in the day. Even some of the ancestors, they slept on the primal forces. I'm never going to front. But once some niggas tapped in and they figured out, wait a minute, there's some ancient shit we're connected to. We ain't even got to do nothing. We ain't got to do too much, bro. There's some shit backing us up. We just got to keep raising our vibration. They didn't look at it like that. They was playing too much physical chess. Just spiritual. Once you figure out this ain't what it is, and you get on the spiritual plane and play it, it hit different. Because not everybody got those lenses. So when you got them lenses, nigga, you gonna see everything. You ain't gonna get caught up. But some of our ancestors were stuck in the South Node. There's even incarnations of Seit. Seit got set up by a bitch in the South Node. Millions of years ago, he was doing his thing, running shit. And to tell you the truth, it was the charm, because what I experienced from what I went through was the same experience Seit went through when he got set up. But instead of me going with it, I didn't go with it because I know better. I know my worth, bro. I'm not worth bullshit. I'm worth everything. If I see somebody not giving me what I'm putting out and they're breadcrumbing me, I see that shit. I ain't got to explain what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I just leave. Simple as that. And Seit did, bro. I don't know what Seit hit it one time. She laughed. Seit was looking for her on some bullshit. When she knew Seit was looking for her, that's when she knew she got him. And I don't know if she drugged the motherfucker or some weird shit. Got him in a weird vibration, man. Did some rituals on him. With some bullshit, bro. But if he didn't go back, he would have been good. Rejection is protection. But he went back. Already had bitches. Already had something going on. But that spell on that Buyami that one time he hit it. Made him want to go back, bro. And that's what got him. He went back. Then he came back, rose again. He might have, I don't think he died. You know Seit rises, bro. He got too much neuromelanin. But she might have slipped him and got him in a low state to where he had to climb back up because he had to learn his lesson. I just don't see Seit dying from that. But it was a lesson, a cataclysmic lesson to where his energy dropped exponentially. He got set up by a bitch. And it took a lot out of him, bro. And it do. If you think about it. But he learned his lesson. He rose back again. Used that as fuel. You know how Seit do it? You know how Seit do it? He learns from his mistakes. He learns from his enemies. To where next time he sees those patterns, he gets the fuck up out of there. You know. Seit is not what you think. He learned he knows their conniving, shiesty, manipulative ways can be at an expertise level, and you can surpass them with ease, and that is a reflection of how powerful you are. Because they're very manipulative, these people. So that you're able to navigate past all that bullshit and see him as a stranger and walk right through him. Oh, wow. You just changed the game. You just changed the game. I hear the birds talking. That's confirmation. But, yeah. That's how you see it. You gotta, that's how you see him. You don't see him as shit. That's just a reflection to show you, oh my God, I'm real powerful. I took that down. With ease. I seen that right through that shit. It shows you how powerful you are because they got a lot of people like that. And they didn't get you. They didn't get you. They got that motherfucker, but they didn't get you. Just shows you how powerful you are. Just shows you how powerful you are. That's it. Because some of us is powerful motherfuckers, but you give too many people validation to where you can't be yourself. That's what a lot of people downfall be. You can't give too many people validation that don't really mean shit for you. People don't mean well. You put too much emphasis on what they want and what they think about you, to where you are pushed off your path and not really elevating to your fullest potential, because behind closed doors you're doing everything to stop you from seeing from what they see in you. So they try to just keep blinding you, and then you don't see it and you're around those people, and it's the same cycle until you wake the fuck up. You don't want to go through that. But yeah, man, Seit. Every time he goes, because sometimes he'll hit the reset. I'm not even gonna lie. He told me, yeah, nigga, sometimes I hit the reset. Meaning like, nigga, I'm like a jellyfish. I can go back as a baby. He said I could go back and put myself damn near wherever and rise right through that shit. He do that. You just never know. You never know with that guy. You just never know. And yeah, he's an intergalactic, one of them intergalactic primal fathers, because he can move without a spaceship. That's what the fuck that means. Like, that don't mean he gotta have alien looks. This here, he's an intergalactic, meaning like, bro, he don't need a spaceship to move around. That's basically what I'm saying. He don't need a spaceship to move around. All he need is him. He can move. He's a force, bro. He's a force. He can show his presence, but he's royalty. So it's like you gotta be royalty for him to pop up. If you're royalty, he'll pop up. He'll pop up. He'll never tell you it's him. But you're going to know it's him. You're going to know it's him. Like, oh, that's Seit. There's a certain way how Seit talk. Only the ones that, you know, he may associate with, or his children. If his children tap the fuck in, I'm pretty sure he's going to go to his children. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's going to go to his fucking children. Because as you rise, he rises, bro. He's always going to make sure he got a good investment in his children, man. Yeah, because it's like, yo, it's an investment. I put my essence in you so you can have a little bit more neuromelanin than the other motherfuckers. So, yeah, he wants you to rise to your best ability and don't have any excuses to fail. He's like, there's no excuses, man. I gave you too much of my essence. You know, he gave us a lot of neuromelanin, man. I'm not even going to lie. That's Seit. That's Papa Seit. Because Papa Seit had an abnormal amount of neuromelanin, bro. He had an abnormal amount of neuromelanin. A normal amount. Man, Seit, bro. When you have an abnormal amount, the sky is the limit. You don't know what the fuck you can do. And that's how it was, bro. That's why they got scared of that nigga, bro. And what's crazy was he would rise and rise and they couldn't fuck with him, bro, because he would always rise. And that's what they didn't like. Because what the traps that they made to take Seit down, Seit created order from it and rose above it and took that shit. He took it, showed her that, nigga, I can do that even better. That's Seit. Like, nigga, you thought that shit was gonna take me out, nigga? I'm above this realm, nigga. And Seit always had his friends. He always had friends with him. Like, you probably couldn't see him, or sometimes they were around him. But he always had motherfuckers that rode with him, bro. Rode for the cause of what he stood on, because he never took shortcuts. He never took shortcuts. He took the long road. He took the long road and he found love doing it, and he found order out of the bullshit he was thrown at. Because, bro, they seen it in him. The beings seen it in him. It was a different realm back then, but it was similar to him having to rise up. So just think of that. There was a time where he was down here where he had to rise, and people seen he had something more than other people, so they made it hard on him. Oh yeah, they gave him mazes, bro. They gave him mazes, bro. They gave that motherfucker mazes. And that's where the adversary come from. Because he learned that these motherfuckers showed me who the fuck I am. And I'm learning from my adversary. That's where that shit comes from. From the stories of where he went through. He went through some bullshit to get to power. That's how he get chaos and order and transformation, because he always transformed through the opposition's tactics into where he rose above it, and those tactics were, he was running the tactics. That's Seit. That's why they don't talk about Seit, because that's a real primal force. That's a real primal motherfucker that's actually, he's cooking. He's cooking. He can come down here if he wants. The veil is thin right now. He has a form of a fucking dragon. He can come down here whenever he wants. Think of that. It can't be too many threats, because if he can come down here quicker than the threat is even pushed, Seit ain't playing, bro. I promise you. The cicadas will let you know Seit ain't playing. Seit will come down here and shake shit up. Confirmation. You heard him. That's Seit's chill. That's Seit's insects let you know he'll come down here. You hear him? Like I said, yeah. You hear him? Fuck with Seit and his children, bro. You gonna find out. You gonna find out in his insects. You gonna find out the hard way, man. Seit ain't playing. Seit ain't playing, bro. And he always just. But he can get grimy. Cause he know, nigga, sometimes you gotta get that on these niggas. Cause you gotta give them a piece of their medicine. in a different element. Seit know it. Seit know it. Seit know it. And Seit know how grimy motherfuckers are. So he's around certain niggas because you passed initiation. So you know Seit gonna be like, nope, I'm not gonna let none of that shit slide. Just think you got the great mother and you got Seit. That's a powerful force. Because the great mother made Seit. But Seit still connected to the great mother, meaning he didn't fumble, he didn't tarnish his authenticity with the mother, with his connection, you know. He didn't cut that pure divine connection with source, not even source, no, the great mother, man. The great mother. He didn't cut that off. So he's strong, bro. He's still rising. And then he put a lot of his essence in certain souls. He did. To where you got a normal amount of neuromelanin. And when you activate, that is your protection. Because, bro, there's no such thing as a threat to your neuromelanin when you're awakened. Because it knows, it's seen this shit hundreds of thousands of times. So these tactics that they got, it knows shit. It has weapons in your neuromelanin to where, nigga, this shit ain't nothing, nigga. Your neuromelanin can make it do some shit. That's why Seit can turn to dragons, and that's how Seit is a dragon. High amounts of neuromelanin. Bro, I'm pretty sure he's probably damn near one of the first niggas to transform to a dragon. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you can say if he's the first dragon. He might be. He's one of the first, you know, who knows. But I will say, he has that dragon-like form due to his high amounts of neuromelanin. That's where they got that shit off of Mortal Kombat. Was it Mortal Kombat 2 where Liu Kang transformed into the dragon? That's some Seit shit. That's where they got that shit from. Spitting fireballs out your fucking hands. That's some Seit shit. You know, that's some Seit shit. And then his legion is a scorpion type of nigga. Confirmation with that going on. You know? It's like, but they made that nigga Asian. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But him transforming to a dragon, bro, that's Seit. Seit had forms where you can say was kind of human. And he would transform to a dragon, bro. Just like Dragon Ball Z. Shinron is Seit. That big ass dragon, that's Seit. Why do they got a big ass dragon, bro? Why do you think they got a big ass dragon that grants your wish? That's Seit. Seit Typhon is the motherfucking dragon on Dragon Ball Z, bro. They put it right in front of your face. Seit Typhon grants your wishes. That's the primal god. He rises above through the chaos and makes order out of it. So you know he can grant wishes. You know he can manipulate reality. It's Seit. Because he always rose above his bullshit and he ended up manipulating it. Because he knew he had it in him, bro. He didn't let nobody fuck up his perception of what he knows to be true. And he rose above the bullshit. He knew what he felt within. He knew what he seen. Confirmation with these bugs going off. They know. They're speaking for me. They know I'm speaking the truth. They know. Yeah, Papa said, you gotta put respect on that guy. Don't say that guy is evil. And you don't know the motherfucker. The Archon deity is the evil one, man. Confirmation. And the traitors that went to that motherfucker, and then there's rogue guys that are taking them down, bro. There are people that traded off. They got greedy. And the Great Mother, you already know she took some of them niggas down. Some of them are probably still out there. And we know we're in a holy war right now. So there's certain gods that traded off to the Great Mother. And some of us are sent to take them down, man. And that's why Seit is around us. Because if the battle gets tough, Seit said he'll come. Confirmation with this bird right here. Seit said he'll come at your aid unexpectedly, like this little bird that just here unexpectedly. If he feels like the battle seems too hard for you, he'll come at your aid before the battle even starts. And he'll watch. He'll watch. You'll see him. The veil's thin. If a motherfucker really think they got something, bro, Seit'll come in here and sweep this whole goddamn realm up. Confirmation with them changing their tone. Seit would end up changing your tone, bro. Seit would end up changing your tone. That motherfucker is real, but don't think that nigga ain't real. If you don't think he real, you're underestimating him, and we want that. Be arrogant. Do some dumb shit. Try to run up on a nigga. You're gonna bring. This run was gonna go back 3,000 years because he's gonna wreak havoc. When he's out, bro, he's gonna wreak havoc. He's gonna wreak havoc. And the one you try to fuck with, he's gonna get him activated so he can take him down with him. You can't fuck with some primal shit. Man, they be above this shit, bro. We above this shit. We're so advanced. We're so advanced. Our neuromelanin fights for us, motherfucker. You gotta fight some shit you can't even see. How you do that? But yeah, man. Said dude got alliances in different planets and shit, bro. He do. To where there's some shit I don't even know about. Said he goes to different dimensions, different planets, and he do the same thing. Conquer from chaos. Literally, this is some Seit shit. He'll go run some shit up in a part of a planet. He'll go to a place, start from the bottom there. Seit will start from the bottom, bro. Like I said, the jellyfish. He'll go jellyfish on their ass like, nigga, watch this. I'ma learn something from this shit. I'ma show him like, hey, nigga, watch this. Seit like that, bro. He hit different. It hit different, bro. He go in the trenches because he know it builds him. Like, because he know that if he just goes to a new planet, he know he ain't just finna go take it over by himself. He has to go by the rules. So with that being said, he figures out in that rule book, he figures out how to rise above that rule book and run that shit. That's Seit. That is literally who Seit is. Literally who Seit is. Seit Typhon. He's a trickster. He can get you. Not in a bad way, but he's good. Trickster, cunning. Seit. Clever. You don't know what he gonna do. It's Seit. Shout out to Seit. But he'll go to a whole nother planet. Start fresh. Rise. End up running that motherfucker. There's different planets out here that's running Seit. Repping Seit. You just don't. They hide them, but I don't think these places ain't got no access to them. But there's planets out there that got Seit all around them. There are aliens out there. There's draconian beings that be repping Seit. Because Seit's, man, he's immortal, bro. So Seit running up many planets. I'm pretty sure he's probably out here doing something on another planet because it's more high vibrational, man. Badder bitches. There's planets out here that look just like the women out here. Probably bigger and badder. There's other planets that there's nothing but big booty bitches. There's different planets out here, other humans out here, man. Seit is what Seit gonna do? Seit gonna go to another planet and, because he's the type of person, he kind of wanna, because he rises from chaos so much, he has dominion over a lot of shit, so he gets what he wants. So when he gets what he wants, he gets what he wants. There ain't no if buts about it. So he goes to another planet just so we can get a different view on a different look of woman. That's Seit. Because Seit is the first nigga. Confirmation with them going off like that. Seit is the first nigga, so Seit like big booty bitches. Seit is the first nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Seit goes to different planets, bro. There's places that be repping that shit. Because they know what it's about. They know this dude came from the bottoms. This dude came from shit and he rose above it. They know about them stories, bro. They know about them stories. That's why they don't want you to know who the fuck that nigga is, because you confirmation with the horn. You keep bringing that power in, bro. The primal force is in this bitch. They try to keep primal forces out the rim, but they're in here now, man. I be feeling them through the night. I'm like, oh shit, I feel Set. I'm like, oh yeah, Set's in here. In the night, you just feel the presence of Set. I'm like, bro, you got Set in this bitch. I'm real comfortable with him. I don't really give a fuck about the others. I'm like, when you got Set, nothing gonna stop you. And you got the Great Mother, because it all starts with the Great Mother. This is a video about Set, but I'm just keeping it a stack. It all starts with her. Because yeah, we got souls, but you gotta go to the one who made the soul. Cause she's literally real. Why do you think she made you? She made you for a reason. And she wants to see what you could become. But she holds a real tight grip to. Because they shown things that she didn't even see. Showed her things that she couldn't even believe. Tested what do you say? The test of time, they did it. They lasted the test of time. Showed her like things that she couldn't even believe. So yeah, she's gonna have a tight grip on certain motherfuckers. Confirmation with my hand. But yeah, she's gonna have a tight grip. Cause like, oh no, that's my baby. He showed me things in different realms, different wherever the fuck dimensions. That no, he hit different. That one's actually smart. I've always protected him wherever he went. Some people get that. Confirmation with a wind picking up. Some people get that luxury. Wherever you are, you get her. To where nothing's gonna happen to you bad. Because the Great Mother she's the one that made your soul, man. She's everywhere you at. And she got dominion. She got dominion over everything. So she'll manipulate shit for your bidding. She'll crack any motherfucking dimension out to get you to a higher frequency. You ain't finna trap a piece of the Almighty in a place where it don't belong. So yeah, the Great Mother gonna bust through. Yeah, the Great Mother gonna bust through. You're not finna fuck her child up. You're not gonna fuck her child up. No, you're not. That's why, yeah, I had to get on that little rant. Like, the Great Mother ain't no joke. You gotta put respect on the Great Mother, bro. You gotta put respect on the Great Mother. And Papa Set. And Papa Fist. Papa Set, Great Mother, Papa Fist. You gotta put respect on them energies. If you don't put respect, there's some of the most ancient energies out here, bro. So if you don't put respect on them, you're gonna find out that you're going against yourself. We're connected to the certain energies in the cosmos to where, you're better off going somewhere else, fucking with us. You're not gonna get nowhere. You're gonna destroy your planet, fucking with us. You're gonna destroy your own little paradigm, fucking with us. To the highest of the high, to the lowest of the low. And that's Set speaking. That's the top dog himself. Yeah, that's coming for the top dog himself. Cause I'm his son. I'm his son, yeah. But still, that nigga be riding through me. But yeah, man, Set has alliances. He got alliances. Different dimensions, different planets. He be elevating, bro. He does a lot of rising from the ashes like the phoenix. He's like a phoenix rising. You never know if that's a symbol of Set. You just never know. Because that phoenix rise from the ashes, that's some Set shit. You can connect that to Set. The Phoenix. Yes, that's a connection to Set. Rising from the ashes, that's some Set shit. That's some Set shit. Transforming, Set. Set be transforming. He has a high amount of neuromelanin, bro. There's a lot of neuromelanin. Don't forget it. Transforming, rising from the ashes, no matter where you put him, that neuromelanin gonna get him out there, bro. He's advanced. He's advanced. That means he's above the illusion. He's always capable of achieving what he wants to achieve. And, overcoming all obstacles. He always has that right because his neuromelanin. Once he awakened to that, he changed the game. Set changed the game. That's why you're not going to hear him talk about Set. That's why you're not going to hear him talk about Set like that. Because once you start to figure out his story, then you start to get inspiration from it. And that's why there were temples that used to rep Set. They took him down. You know why they took him down? Because every motherfucking time they got the temples up, the motherfuckers in there eventually run the motherfucking system around that place. That's just how it is. Because Set be running through them niggas, bro. They figure out a way to infiltrate some niggas and take the system down. Them niggas wasn't smart that was running them fucking temples. Because if you got Set, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But that's how you know they wasn't smart. Nigga, Set, you wasn't listening to Papa. That's for damn sure. They got the energy, they had the capability, but they took in the wrong motherfuckers. Because that temple would have stayed up if you had Set. For real in there. You probably slipped the fuck up and did some dumb shit. We're not perfect. Some people get in their South Node, bro. Even when they're at a high amount of power, bro, some people fall from grace from that and they fuck themselves over. I think that's what happened in that situation. But usually when temples of that nature are being used and they're active, they got this primal energy in there. Confirmation with this bird. You can hear it. It's starting to wheeze. Those primal energies usually run through that temple, and then eventually that authority that runs from that temple is on those people, and that authority follows them wherever they go. And then eventually that trickles out to them running that motherfucker. Because that's that Set energy, bro. That's how powerful it is. That's why they close them temples. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And that Archon deity, that is the devil. That is Satan, the adversary, the Archon deity, the soulless motherfucker, the king of confusion and disillusion. That is him, not a god. Don't have a soul. King, mere material, disillusion and confusion. Set, primal god, chaos, order, transformation. Archon deity. What do you call him? Yadabrav. King of disillusion and confusion, aka the Archon deity. And there's Archons out here. Just know that. The little minions. But he's folding. We're eliminating him from this realm. But that's about it. That was the story, a little bit of story of the Set. Just know Set ain't Set. I don't mind explaining it, trying to win you over, but he just told me to speak up on the story. But that's about it, man. Y'all have a good one. Cash App is in the description box below. And email.